You still love them. Imagine a grocery store with no flashy TV ads, no social media blitz, and no celebrity endorsements, yet it has a cult-like following, packs of shoppers lining up before the doors open, and over $16 billion in annual revenue. This is not your average supermarket. This is Trader Joe's, the grocery store that hates advertising but wins hearts and wallets across America. What's their secret? In a world dominated by data-driven marketing and billion-dollar ad campaigns, Trader Joe's quietly built an empire by doing exactly the opposite of what every business school teaches. No loyalty programs. No coupons. No delivery app. Just simplicity, quirkiness, and a unique kind of trust. So how did a tiny convenience store from California turn into a national obsession, all without shouting from the rooftops? Let's go inside. Trader Joe's began not with an idea for disruption, but with an idea for survival. In 1958, a man named Joe Coulombe was running a small chain of convenience stores in Los Angeles called Pronto Markets. It wasn't going well. Pronto was getting crushed by the rising tide of 7-Eleven, and Joe knew he couldn't compete on convenience alone. He needed to pivot, fast. Then, inspiration struck. Joe read in a business journal that more and more Americans were becoming college-educated. He had a hunch: what if there was a grocery store for the overeducated and underpaid? A place that catered to curious minds, global tastes, and adventurous eaters? In 1967, in Pasadena, California, the first Trader Joe's was born. From the start, it was different. Tropical shirts instead of uniforms, hand-drawn signs instead of glossy banners, and foods from around the world, from French cheeses to Japanese rice crackers. Joe didn't just want to sell groceries. He wanted to create a vibe. Trader Joe's wasn't just quirky for the sake of quirk. Everything was intentional. Joe Coulombe believed that trust, not trickery, builds loyalty. So instead of throwing money into ads, Trader Joe's focused on the in-store experience. It was about curation, not clutter. The average supermarket stocks 30,000 to 50,000 items. Trader Joe's? Around 4,000. That's it. But here's the twist: over 80% of those items are private label, which means Trader Joe's makes or sources them directly, slaps their own label on it, and avoids paying middlemen or brand premiums. No Coca-Cola. No Lay's chips. No Heinz ketchup. Just Trader Joe's ketchup, which, according to fans, tastes better anyway. It's minimalism with personality. You don't get overwhelmed by choice. You feel like the store did the hard work for you. Part 3. The anti-marketing strategy. Trader Joe's doesn't just avoid traditional marketing, it rejects it. There are no TV commercials. No sponsored Instagram posts. No influencers. No retargeting ads that follow you around the internet. Instead, the company relies on word of mouth, and an old-school newsletter called the Fearless Flyer. Printed like a 1970s comic strip, it's witty, hand-drawn, and filled with strange but delightful product write-ups. Think, this honey comes from bees that hang out in eucalyptus forests, and somehow, you can taste the vibe. This isn't marketing. It's storytelling. And it works. Customers feel like they've discovered something, not that they're being sold to. That's powerful. Trader Joe's fans are rabid. There are Reddit threads with 500+ comments debating which frozen dumpling is the GOAT. There are Instagram accounts solely dedicated to Trader Joe's hauls. People write fan fiction about this store. Why? Because Trader Joe's makes shopping feel like an adventure. You never know what seasonal item will show up, or disappear. Their fear of missing out game is strong. Products rotate constantly. And if you love something, better stock up now, it might be gone next month. This scarcity isn't accidental. It's part of the magic. It creates urgency, loyalty, and endless curiosity. Here's something wild: Trader Joe's doesn't franchise. Every store is corporate owned. And they don't use self-checkout. Every customer has to interact with an employee. Why? Because Joe Coulombe believed that human contact builds community. A friendly smile beats a beeping machine. Also, every product undergoes a blind taste test by a Trader Joe's tasting panel. If the product doesn't get at least a 70% approval rating, it's out. Doesn't matter how cheap or trendy it is. This obsession with quality control, plus a killer product margin from private labeling, means they can keep prices low without being a discount store. Let's talk numbers. Trader Joe's has over 560 stores across the US, over 50,000 employees, more than $16.5 billion in annual revenue, as of latest estimates. Average sales per square foot, over $2,000, among the highest in the industry. That's more than Whole Foods. More than Walmart's grocery division. All with no ads. Their secret sauce? Volume, efficiency, and ruthless curation. By selling fewer products, they buy in bulk and keep shelves moving. Turnover is fast. Waste is minimal. And margins are protected.